I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, you know? That or his dudeness or duder or, you know, El Duderino.
Welcome back to another video on Slotcar, dude. Slotcar family, today I want to take you with me on the unboxing of all the big hauls that I made during the UK Slotcar Festival together with my slot brothers. And we're already at it with the first car that I purchased, slightly used without the box. It's an SRC Porsche 907 Longtail. I took this car because of the color first. I love orange. Then I flipped it over to have a look at the chassis and saw that it is an SRC chassis and car, which was already the argument for me to buy this car. When I was back home then in the YouTube house, I Googled it and I found out that it is one out of 200 being produced. And I took a closer look at the chassis and the brakes and the tires, and I saw that it was nearly mint. This car has no more than 10 laps ever done before. So I was really happy to have found it. Yes, it's still got the suspension on the guide, on the front guide, and it's just a beautiful car if you ask me. And again, very happy to have found this car. I haven't known before that there was a limited release with those cars. I did know that SRC still did and does today the 907 Longtail. So this was my first purchase at the UK Slotcar Festival, and we'll move on to the next, which is a 3D printed kit of a Ford Hudson Red Rod 1928. I got this car because it is, or this kit, because it is very rare to get. Plus, it has a 3D printed chassis, a 3D printed body, and 3D printed motor to put on the front for display as well. And you can set it up as a slot car. And all of this together got me right into it. I had a closer look at the stand. The gentleman selling it was very nice. It was very interesting conversation. And this was not the only thing I purchased from him. So look here, this is the 3D printed chassis. It's already got the guide holder also printed into it. You've got the rear axle mounts where you can put in the bushings or even ball bearings. It's got the mount for the inline motor setup. So everything there, it's got the holes already in it to attach the body parts to it. Plus, at the front, at the brake discs, there are also the holes for the front axle to go into, or the front axle stubs if you want to have independent rolling front tires. And again, here's the guide holder. So everything already there, which was the argument for me then to buy it. This is the first part, or one of the body parts. Really nice print. Yes, there's a little cleanup to do, but that's always the case when you buy 3D printed bodies, but not much left to clean up, to be honest. So this is something that can be done really easily. And the print itself is very good, which means the surface is very smooth and there's not much to do actually. Get rid of the print residues. Yeah. And just start with a primer right away. So this was something I thought was very uncommon, the body and the car itself. That's why I actually took it, to be honest. And I want to make a show car out of it. Let's see how much of a show I can get out of it by painting it, getting the details on, but I'll do my best. And yeah, just a small test fit to see how the body fits the chassis, but I've already done that at the Slot Festival to see how it works. It all fits really, really nice, believe me. I'll show you how they are mounted together. Yes, the holes on the chassis and the 2 holes on the body fit together very nicely. So you can put that together with just 2 screws, and there you go. You already got a chassis with a body for a slot car. Exactly. Front, rear, here they are. So this will be a very interesting project to start off with or to do. Of course, as mentioned, there's also the V8. That's what I do suspect. Or no, it's a V6. Sorry, 6-cylinder, with very detailed 3D print on it or out of it. Trying to put that together to see how it fits, where to put it to, just see how well it snuggles in, or if there's some work to do. So as you can see, yep, there would be several choices where to put it. I think that's too far to the front. It's just fiddling around to see what I can get out of it. Of course, there are a few small parts still added to the kit, like the water cooler with the front lights that you can see. I think this is a different print, as you can see it on the table. Still fiddling around and trying to find the best place where to put the motor. I guess I'll do that later on then, when I start actually doing this kit. But, you know, can't hold back. Gotta find the perfect spot. Of course, the air intake, and yes, here is the water cooler, or the grill, as we call it, with the front lights to go right in front of the motor. Just need to see where that goes, where that would fit. Sorry for the bad quality. I was more concentrated on where does it fit than can I see it? Yes, there you go. This is where it should go, to the very front. So altogether, very happy with this purchase, with this haul. But the gentleman had a second car body for sale, which I also got. It is the Ford Mustang Hoonigan from Ken Block. It is the body 3D printed plus the chassis 3D printed. Now, this is also something not very common. Yes, there's 1 or 2 producers out there that actually do it. But this looked quite good to me, quality-wise. Already opened it, of course, at their sales booth. Had a close look there. So this is for you. The surface is also quite smooth. I think there will be a little more sanding going on than with the hot rod that we've seen before. But the details came really great out of the 3D printer. And again, as always, with the 3D printed bodies, you do need to do some cleanup. But that's the same like with a resin cast. You also need to do a cleanup. But again, the details are already there, very nicely done. So this will be a project also quite easy to do. And as mentioned, there is also the chassis 3D printed already with this purchase that fits the body actually. Small bag with rim inserts. This is the chassis, so you've got 2 posts to screw the chassis to the body, which you glue into the body, and you've got a guide holder, also 3D printed, all in there, all ready to clip out, plus the 4 holes to set up the motor pod. I guess it will fit a slotted motor pod for either sidewinder or inliner, whatever you choose, will depend on how I do the cockpit. The front axle holder already printed in with the screw holes to adjust the height of the front axle, the holes from the bottom of the chassis and from the top of the chassis. So perfect 4 screws and you adjust the height of the front axle. The hole where you screw the holder of the guide to, plus a little detailed look on what those chassis look like, just for you. Again, a very well printed chassis, very well done, good quality. Just the autofocus doesn't like it, as you can see. So yes, there will be also, now, there we are. There will also be some fiddling going on for putting that together. But again, the main focus will be on the body itself to get that hoonigan look across. Just putting it together to see how that fits, and it just fits perfectly. I mean, just look at that. You've got the 2 holes where you screw the posts onto, and you glue the posts into the body itself. And again, the chassis fits. It just snuggles in. Perfect, perfect fit. And yes, the tire wells need some cleaning up. But again, very happy with the purchase of that one. I had a good bundle price for the 2 3D printed chassis. And in the bag, as I mentioned, is the rim inserts. We're going to have a look at that. A quick look. Also 3D printed, but also very nice quality, I have to admit. And that's what got me into those 2 3D printed bodies and kits, that the quality of the print itself was really good and the cleaning up will be not too hard. So there you can see, this time the autofocus likes me. It does work. That's what the rim inserts look like. That's gonna be an easy paint job to do. Gonna show you a little more detail. Yes, that's too close. That's better. The autofocus does work. There you go. So yes, very nice detailed rim inserts there. So this was the Hoonigan Mustang. We'll need to find some decals for that, but I think they're available online. At least I think I know a place in down under with Patos who's got the decals for this monster Hoonigan Mustang. There is one more thing I wanted to share with you, which is the great aluminum rims from Staff's Slotcars UK. I got myself blue alloy wheels for the front, which are those. They are 8.5 millimeters wide, in blue aluminum. Excellent work. They look brilliant. I didn't take them out of the box or out of the bag yet, because I couldn't decide on which car I will put them. And of course, I also got the rear rims. Same color style, same BBS style, deep dish in blue. I don't know whether I'm gonna put those onto my BMW M1 from Fly or onto another car. But the good thing is, you know, they're very lightweight, really good looking. And by the way, you can buy those rims in all different colors that you can think of or that you didn't think of. So they'll do like, I don't know, red, purple, silver, gold, so many different colors on display on the stand at the UK Slotcar Festival. It was just unbelievable. And I'm more the conservative guy, so I stick with the classic blue ones because I thought they would fit nearly everywhere. Then there is one more thing that I got from Staffs because I just broke mine. which is the grub screwdriver, the 0.9 millimeter. I just got that because it was right next to the rims. I remembered, oops, I broke mine. Yep, so that was the whole bunch in one. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to fit the rims onto axles. Slotcar family, this was all of my hauls from the UK Slotcar Festival, believe it or not. The Pete Shepherd race replica Maserati 8Z is on a different video, but again, this is in total all I bought from the UK Slotcar Festival. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, press the like button, press the subscribe button if you want to see more, press the cowbell to get informations, notifications when I issue new videos. And as always with the Slotcar dude, don't forget, there is more to come.